Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, the hero's journey. We're here on the level 65 Shadowknight Rogue Shaman, and we've got 3,560 AA points with 82 saved. Most recently, we've been spending blocks of 100 AA points to get more mystical attuning, so more buff slots. We're up to rank 17 out of 25 of that, and are occasionally using all the buff slots that we have still. Welcome to episode 100 of the series. I was looking back at when we started. It's been about 3 months, 4 months. So we've come a long way from our origins in the Kino's catacombs to getting Plane of Time gear, being very powerful. We are playing today just after a update, a bug fix update that they made on the server. Let me look at the changelog and look through some of the stuff that might impact us here. Most notably for me, they made a change to, let's see if I can find it so I'm not paraphrasing. It says the AA abilities Never-Ending Swarm and Shamanic Curse. Never-Ending Swarm, I believe, is a Druid AA, and Shamanic Curse is the Shaman AA. Should correctly be modified by focus effects. So as if Shamanic Curse wasn't good enough, it's an extra dot. I apply a dot to my target, and then it has a chance to apply Shamanic Curse, which does damage and also does a slow, like a melee attack speed slow. As if that wasn't good enough, already affected by spell damage, it's now affected by focus effects, which Burning Affliction, so increased damage. So that's the major change for this character on the patch that occurred today. We've got some gear upgrades. We got the Arm Guards of the Brute. We got these up to Legendary. What else do we got? We got the Symbol of the Plainsmasters. We got this up to Legendary. We did get a Legendary Daiku Armor Fragment. So we're using that on our primary weapon here. What else? I got a new belt. Cord of Temporal Weavings. We got a Black Flame Sphere from Pyronus in the Plane of Fire. It's Cleric, Paladin, Druid, Shaman usable. Click effect of Remove Greater Curse. Cast time of 3.8 seconds. So not only does it free up a spell slot, I don't have to have Remove Greater Curse memorized. It also casts faster than the spell if I were to have it memorized. So we'll get that up to Legendary eventually and decrease the cast time even more. But it's been very useful so far. I recently killed Seru. I've been coming back and killing Seru occasionally. I killed him with 3 of his 4 buddies still alive. So I went and killed, I think, the Mana Drain mini-boss, and then I went and killed Seru. In doing that, I got a Yttrium Fragment of Truth. The key piece here is Bane Damage Seru. So I put that on my Venomous Cudgel when I'm fighting Seru, and that means I can hit him with my cudgel, I believe. Um, yeah. So we're gonna try 4 of 4 Seru. We'll see how we do. I like the idea of not having to go hunt down the mini boss guys and just going after Seru. So we'll try that. Um, so primary hand, I've got the Cudgel, Venomous Hatred, Legendary version. I do have, yeah, that Daiku Armor Fragment Legendary, and I got the Yttrium Fragment of Truth to add the Bane damage for Seru on there. In my offhand, I've got the Yttrium Dagger, so it has Seru Bane damage on it. Um, yeah. I may have gotten another augment from Kerafyrm. Um, hmm. Not sure what piece of gear I put it on, but it was on one of the blocking or dodging augments, and I think it was just an enchanted version. Maybe I put it on my gloves. Nope. Legs. Yeah, I just got an enchanted version. Prismatic scale of dodging, so it adds shielding. Um, so decreases the shielding decreases the amount of melee damage I take. So I have 25 shielding now out of 35, which is the cap. So that's pretty good. I've also noticed I have spell shield. I'm not sure where I get that, but that decreases the amount of spell damage I take. Um, so that's been nice. Like even if I click my mana stone, I'll click it. You see down here it says your spell shield absorbs 24 of the 600 points of damage. So I only take 576 points of damage per click of my mana stone out of the 600 that you would normally take if you didn't have any spell shield stats. So yeah, let's try Seru. My pets are not going to survive. I'm not going to try too hard to make them survive. The Seru has a 100-point damage shield, and the pets are just going to tear themselves up. So I'll waste too much mana trying to keep them alive. You know, they'll do a little damage while they're alive, but yeah, I expect them to die. All right, let's see if we can get a target on Seru. What I like to do is be lazy. We're basically right under Seru. He's up a couple floors above us, but I can target him through the map, and then I'm just going to turn on attack, and my pets are going to go get him. And here he comes. So you can see he's already hitting me. Yep, here he comes. He just warped through the floor. All right. He hit my Cure Curse. Get this off of me. Okay. And we'll start debuffing him, or try to. I just realized I forgot to put some spells on that I wanted to put on. Oh man, this could be difficult. Alright, hold on. Alright, we're gonna get rid of that. Detrimental. Mental corruption. Wait for him to hit us. Okay. Alright. We're going to need mental corruption in a bit because this fight takes a long time and likely to run out of mana. Let's see. So I want to have that melee proc that will give me back mana. Okay, let me get my heal over time on myself. I don't want to do too much damage to him, but we are doing damage to him. I'm trying to get him debuffed with like my resist debuffs first before I start loading him up with dots and such. All we're doing is getting it reflected on ourselves here. So. Man, terrible luck. I cannot get a debuff on him. Alright, pets are dead. Like I said, I didn't expect them to live too long. We're going to get the first ad soon. I think it's at 80%. And I'm having terrible luck with getting Seru debuffed, so this could go poorly. Alright, there's the first ad. Hang on a second here. I want to get this guy slowed. Alright, let's switch back to Seru. Throw Rabid Bear up. I'm going to switch to Mental Corruption. I got to click off Black Shroud, go Mental Corruption. Hopefully I don't die here. Alright, we got Mental Corruption up. I cannot land a debuff on him. Alright, so we got Malos on him, finally. Alright, we gotta get this curse off of us. This one over here, Seru's Authority, is a mana drain curse, and then this other one is damage over time. Alright, we got both of those cured. Heal over time on ourselves. We're gonna throw up Call the Ancients. Alright, there's the other second ad. Alright, we got him slowed. Go back to Seru. Get this curse off of us and do this. Alright, I'm gonna start putting some dots on him. I still have not gotten a Melosinate on him. See if we can get a... Alright. Alright. So we got the ads Melosinate and slowed. Let's go Ancestral Aid. We're getting low on health here. And mana. Heal. Okay, we just burned Canny. Okay, last ad is up. Trying to get him slowed. Can't seem to get him slowed. Get some dots on Seru here. Heal over time on ourselves. Heal ourselves here. Okay, so Seru at 29% gets some type of a rune or something. He starts taking less damage. I'm not quite sure how that works. Or it probably starts at 30%. See if I can land a Bond of Death on one of these other guys so I can get a little bit more health back through a life tap Hail Over Time. Alright. Let's get this curse off of us. Got it. Okay. Alright, we're going to burn Harm Touch. I'm going to go Leech Curse. Canny. Try to get some more dots on him. Okay, we got a few more on him. Let's get Quiescence on ourselves. Throw up Spirit Call, even though those are going to die right away from the damage shield. Thief's Vengeance will go. Yeah, I'm stunned here. Alright. Just blue Leech Touch. Heal myself again here. We're getting there. Alright. We got him. Seru, 4 of 4 down. We'll check out what we get in a minute. Finish off his buddies here. Nice. Well, that went pretty well. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got a bunch of curse focusing spells. We got the Sword of Truth, Glowing Orb of Shadowknight. Oh, we got a Glamour Sword of Truth. Okay, so we got a second one of those now. Glamour Sword of Truth. We'll keep that. Got a Bloodied Berserker's Blade. We did get a legendary Glowing Amber Band. Not an upgrade for us, but still pretty nice. Enchanted Yttrium Veil. Where are the augments? Here they are. Okay, Shrazian Fragment of Truth. So that has a Shra Bane damage on it. And then Replenishing Fragment of Truth. Both still only enchanted. I've yet to see a legendary version of the augments from Seru. So, unfortunately. Still, that was a challenge. That was, yeah, that was, felt good to pull that off. Feeling pretty strong. Let's put our regular weapons back on. That. Take this augment off. I don't need that. Oh, I'm all out of reagents that I need to remove that augment, so I'll have to pick some up. Alright, let's pause here and we'll resume in a few minutes. Hey guys, we are resuming and we are in Sleeper's Tomb. I figured it'd be fun to come back and do a Kerafyrm video. Show you how I've been doing it more recently to speed things up. Hang on a second. Change back to my regular weapons. Pet, hold on. Pet assist off. Okay. Good. Alright. So I've basically been gathering up all of them at the same time and killing all four just to make things quicker. In the patch that they implemented today, they've also apparently fixed the globe that Kerafyrm spawns in, or under. It's, I guess, supposed to disappear or go away or open or something when all the warders die, so we'll be able to experience that for the first time, for me at least. Alrighty. Okay, that one's all dotted up. Let's move on to this one over here. Hopefully we don't fall off the side. It's hard to see with all the spell effects. Alright. Okay. It's this guy. Alright, all the warders are down. Kerafyrm is yelling. Oh, the dome did go away. Nice. Alright. We'll collect our loot here, which will mostly get vendored. Let's sneak. Let's put that on. Walk down here and say hello. Okay. Throw some dots on him. Wonder how much Shamanic Curse is doing now. Hang on a minute, let's see. See if we can catch a crit here. Shamanic Curse, 8,400? It was like 2,500 before when it crit. 8,400? That's crazy. Now I will say the Necro version of that type of AA, where you cast a dot on your target and then something has a chance to apply an extra dot, that version was getting benefits from focus effects. So it was only fair for them to go back and address that with shamans and druids as well for their dot AAs. But wow, that's like I don't know, 4x increase or something of the damage output of that AA thanks to the change they made. All right, that is the 4 warders and Kerafyrm in 5 minutes. I don't know how long it took. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a legendary blocking. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I will take that. We'll have to figure out what augment we want to swap out, but yes, for sure, we will be using that. I think I may have a legendary dodging. I got a legendary range. There's an enchanted dodging. There's an enchanted blocking. There's a legendary dodging, and we just got legendary blocking, which I don't know if we had that before, or if we had a legendary version of that before. Legendary healing, enchanted dodging, legendary preservation. I don't think we need that. Might swap that out. Yeah, because the focus effect on that, reduce mana cost of spells by 10%. I don't think we use it. So our Bracer has a cast time focus. It says mana pres 4, but thought I had. Hang on a second. Let me take this off for a second and recast that and see what happens. Try this. Bracer, gauntlets. I'm looking at my chat log to see like what things are being activated when I'm casting a spell to see if I have some type of a mana preservation focus elsewhere. Hard to tell. So my shoulders decrease mana cost of detrimental spells by 20%. I may not have a beneficial mana decrease. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure out where to use that. We're definitely going to use it 100%. Prismatic Scale blocking legendary. That was a nice pickup. Yeah, that's going to go even further, helping us mitigate more damage. So taking on harder stuff. The only thing left that's like I haven't beat yet in the game is Zeb at the end of Plane of Time. I don't know when I'll be able to do that. The last few times I tried, I either didn't even make it past the first like boss ad that spawns, or didn't even make it to the first boss ad that spawns. So yeah, we're not at a point where we can take the amount of damage that he's putting out, at least now, or I don't know, ever. Probably. And, if we get our gear upgraded enough, we'll probably be able to take him. It's just, it could take some time to get the stuff we need. I would like to get another bracer off of Quorum, another one of these. Working on. I got this neck that I'm planning on using, but we're gonna level that up to legendary eventually. Use that. I'm working on getting this ring up to legendary. So I got a couple upgrades lined up that will increase my gear even more. Eventually, I'd like to get a replace this earring with a Signet of Might. I need a better mask. So there's improvements to be made, and that will hopefully increase our chances of taking on Zeb. But that's it for Sleeper's Tomb. Let's pause and see if we can find something else to do. Alright guys, we're in Thal. I figured do something a little bit fun. There's still like one or two more items that I wouldn't mind getting from here. Clickable items, so yeah, I figure we'll try that. We'll see what we can do. Thal. Hopefully it'll be quick. We can just stealth through, pick off the bosses. Shouldn't have to worry too much. Cure course here. And with our increased damage since the last time we were here, even though these guys have tons of hit points, I'm hoping that it won't be too bad to kill them. Alright, one down. On to the next one. Okay, two down. I did end up using that legendary augment from Kerafyrm. I forget where I put it. I put it on my helm. I swapped out an enchanted version of dodging, so now I've got the legendary version of blocking. So that nets me two more shielding, some more heroic stats, some more heroic resists, and three more damage shield, I guess. Alright, that one's down. And here's our next target. Looks like our poison faded. Okay. another one down. All right, we got a next target here. So it seems like the focus effect on the symbol of the Plains Masters, it says it increases damage duration of. Oh, okay. Increases the damage of duration. Wait a minute. The damage of duration damage spells by 300%. Okay, so that's a dot focus. That's what's mostly helping my Shamanic Curse and my other dots. Which means I don't need to have. I can't look at it right now, but I think I had Burning Affliction running in my tribute, so I can probably turn that off at some point. For spells, I'm using my dots. I got Venom Bolt, Bane of Knife, Ancient Scourge of Knife, Blood of Saren, Venom of the Snake, and Blood of Hate. And then I've also got Bane and Bond of Death. So those are the dots I'm using. Let's see, Sneak, Hide, and then I've got my single target life tap, Touch of an Orc, my heal over time, Quiescence, and my single target heal, Touch, or Tanarg's Mending. Sorry. Alright, so if I remember right, this part's a little tedious. We gotta go around and up on both of these. I don't know. It's been a while since I'm here. I've been here. I guess I'll kill this guy since we're here. This item that I got actually from here, Vexthal, Bone of Bertoxulus, the Shaman usable item. A clickable 2.5-second cast time, damage over time spell, which is nice in theory, but I feel like unless I use the specific disease resist debuff, I can almost never land it on any bosses. Alright, another one down. Alright, here's our next target here. Oh hey, these are pretty good. Leggings of Fiery Might. Increase regen and provides a damage shield. However, increase slot 1, slot 2 is the hit points and damage shield, I think. Yeah. So we've already got an item that does that, this earring over here. Slot 1, slot 2, hit points, damage shield, but it also provides 5 attack. So earring clickable is slightly better than those leggings that we just picked up. That's pretty nice. Legendary. I guess not. I don't know. Just resists. Not too great. Alright. Bow of Flames, Bow of Shadows. Huh. And then Shadow Wind leggings. Okay. Alright, let's find our next target. Alright, we've come up to what I believe is the second floor, third floor? I don't know. Third floor maybe? I don't know. And found this Vaziatinhara. Now, if I remember right, they really like want to bait you into clicking this thing, but the false wall here. So I gotta remember, don't click that after she's dead. Yeah. Like this is the third to last boss, second to last boss. I don't know. Hopefully we're getting there. Alright, throw Rabbit Bear up. Let's go this one. I'm liking that. I feel like they lowered the cooldowns on some of these disciplines. Like, at least these ones, 5 minutes on that one. On kinesthetics. I remember hearing like talk about it during one of the Q&As. Where is it? Kinesthetics. Oh, it says reuse 15 minutes, but right there it says 5-minute reuse, so I don't know. Yeah, the countdown on kinesthetics and duelists is down to like 2 minutes, so I'm wondering if they'll refresh fully or if that's just like only one of them will. Like, I don't know. They do share a cooldown, I think, a timer. If you look at the timer type column here, you can see I got 2 that share a same timer: Thief's Vengeance, Sneak Attack, and then we've got what is it? 182 is Duelist and Kinesthetics, so I got them lined up on top of each other because I think you have to wait. Yeah, I don't know. Wait a minute, did that just update? Kinesthetics just updated to 5 minutes, unless I'm. It says increase your sense, allowing you to dual wield and double attack every round. That sounds really good, and it's only 5-minute cooldown. So maybe I'll just use that more often. I wonder when that changed. I feel like it wasn't always like that. I thought it was a 10 or 15-minute cooldown. Alright, that one's dead. There's another one over here. Yes. kinesthetics is up again. Alright, burn that. I think it would be great if I could get a item with a focus effect that makes dots last longer. And I've definitely run into a handful of those in Plane of Time, but haven't felt like the item itself would be a good fit or upgrade. So I'm trying to find one that would both upgrade the some slot that I have that needs an upgrade and provide that focus effect. Alright. Atenhara. Okay. And then I think we want to click there. I don't see anywhere else where we would click. Right? Please don't send me back to the zone in. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. This is the last boss. Alright, let's get some dots on her before she silences us again. Burn harm touch. Let's go counterattack. We don't need it, but let's burn some more disciplines here. Speed things up a little bit, hopefully. kinesthetics again. I thought we used Harm Touch recently, or maybe I thought I used it just now and I was silenced or something, but alright, we've actually used Harm Touch. Perfect. And an AA point to cap things off. Alright. We got some stuff. The thing I was looking for, I don't think we got it. I was looking for Orb of the Sky, I think it was. Crimson Ring of Judgment. Even Mask of Secrets. Span of Judgment. Belt of Mastery. Staff of Assault. Wait a minute. Mark of the Predator. Upon your group, increasing your attack. What? That's pretty cool. I had no idea that existed. So it's a one-hand blunt weapon with a combat proc that gives you a group buff that increases your attack rating for an hour plus. That's pretty nice. Yeah, don't throw that in the bag. Yeah, just looking through some of the loot that we got. Don't see anything that stands out aside from that staff. Don't see anything that stands out that I would use. That's unfortunate. Oh well. This is pretty cool though. Basically, it's a, if I remember right, Mark of the Predator is a ranger group buff. So basically, we get access to a ranger buff now to increase our attack rating. Cool. All right. Well, we went back in time a little bit for this episode. We did Seru, 4 of 4. That's I don't know. That's a big hurdle for me. One of the toughest encounters in the game, in my opinion. Like just I would say tougher than Ralisek, tougher than Quorm. Um, Not as tough as Zeb, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped. We pulled that off. Um, we did Kerafyrm and his 4 warders. Got ourselves a new legendary blocking augment, I think it was. So, yep, we stuck on our helm. And we plowed through Thal. Got ourselves a neat staff with a combat proc of a hour-long attack buff. So, yeah, I'll probably take that. I'm curious to see if that doesn't stack or conflicts with any of the buffs that I use regularly. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try out the enchanted version just to see, like get a proc and make sure it doesn't not take hold because of one of the buffs that I regularly use. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Any and all videos that you've watched. I've talked to a few players in game They've been super cool, super nice. Who have been watching some of the videos. So I hope you guys are enjoying. This is episode 100. Crazy to think to put 100 videos out on this character. Still having fun. Haven't quite finished all the content. Really, the only thing to finish is Zebek's in Plane of Time, but might take quite a while to get my gear to the point where I can think that I might be able to beat him. As a solo self-found character, you could probably find a group, go kill him, but I don't know. I want to see if I can get the character to the point where I could do it myself. So that's my goal in the long run. Try to beat the hardest content in the game with just stuff that I acquired myself and no help from other people. Although everybody I've run into has been super nice and I'm sure willing to help with pretty much anything. So anybody else out there is playing the Hero's Journey. You guys are an awesome community, super nice people, and yeah, thanks again for watching the videos, commenting on them occasionally, and yeah, that's gonna be for this one, guys. So until next time, take care.